this one is down he goes.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
Here comes Cohen. Shifts by him. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Pull it forward, the one to get to him and drop it. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Dancing to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Trayvon Walker, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Hey, man, let's play our game.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Winston. Allen's got it over the middle.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing, Winston. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been terrific so far. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And the Colts getting ready to go.
The last series form, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
And that's off the mark, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
They go play action with Lawrence.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's got room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Now Lawrence.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Lawrence.
That's caught at the 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Winston now to throw on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Allen.
Holding offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
Now Winston. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a level shy of the first down marker. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been stymied left and right, converted only 1 time. This is 3rd and 4.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here's Winston.
He'll find Gibson here complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Winston now from the 50. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
And the Colts will take over here just shy of the 30.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
122 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And a lane slow.
Block it, block it. Get up.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll work down inside the 45. Now, during that run, an injury here We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Lawrence on 3rd down.
Able to find Lazard. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They will try to run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Colts have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And the Titans getting set to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Jameis now on 1st down. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston, and he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Trayvon Walker.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
3rd and long for Winston. Steps away to his left.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. 195 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Indianapolis, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Titans,
this loss really hurts their playoff chances as they drop to 7-8 with 2 games left.
And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.